What is up, Algebra 2? This is lesson 101. Our objective is how do you solve percent markup problems? And please don't be confused with what markup means. Alright, please recall that if you have 20%, it's the same thing as writing 0.2. If you have 415%, the same thing as writing 4.14. If you have 2%, the same thing as writing 0.02. And then also, when we're talking about percent markup problems, we're dealing with this basic concept of the selling price is equal to the purchased price, so how much they paid for it, plus how much they mark it up. Right? So a store buys a gallon of milk for $2 or for $1, they mark it up $2.50, so they sell it to you for $3.50. It's basic concept there that I think hopefully makes sense. Alright. This is the first example. It says the selling price was $48. If the markup was 20% of the purchased price, what was the purchase price? What is the markup? So notice here we're looking for actually two different things. What was the purchase price? And also what was the markup? So let's see if we can set this up real quick. We know that the purchase price, or the selling price, which is $48, is going to equal to the sale price, so I'll say this, plus 20% of the sale price. So notice this is going to be 0.2. If you wanted to say 0.20, you could, but just 0.2. So 20% of a number, you just multiply the decimal version of it times the number. So this is going to be 0.2 S sub P, or the sale price, 20% of the sales price. Technically, it'd be purchase price, huh? That'd make more sense. Just don't accuse me of saying PP. Alright. So, notice this is one purchase price and 20% of the purchase price. So, one purchase price plus 0.2 purchase price is going to be the same thing as 1.2 purchase price. So then notice 1.2 is multiplying by that purchase price. So then to opposite operation, I'm going to say 1.2, 1.2. And so just divide that by each other. And you get 40 is equal to the purchase price. So that's that red part, right? It says what was the purchase price? So I'm going to say purchase price was 40, and then two ways to figure out the answer. I guess you could say 0.2 times the purchase price, or if you said, hey look, they're selling it for 48, I can simply say that the markup would be 48 minus the 40, which is 8. Markup of $8. Alright, let's try another one. Purchase price of an item was $1,800. If the markup was 40% of the selling price, what was the selling price? So, same equation here. We're going to go with selling price is equal to the purchase price plus markup. Now, real quick, notice it says if the markup was 40% of the selling price, not 40% of the purchase price, but 40% of the selling price, that means I could write that as 0.4 of the selling price. So let's get all of our selling prices together. So I'm going to subtract 0.4 selling prices minus 0.4 selling prices. So this is 1 selling price minus 0.4 selling prices. It's going to give me 0.6 selling prices, which is equal to 1,800. These are multiplying, so opposite's going to be divide, 0.6. And you get the selling price is equal to $3,000. And it says, what is the selling price? That's what we're looking for. So I'm going to say selling price is $3,000. Let's do one more just for fun. It says the sports car retailed for this price. What was the purchase price if the car had been marked up 8% of the purchase price? So it says the sports car retailed for this. So we have purchase price is equal to selling price, which is this, plus the markup, which we said was 8%, 0.08 of the purchase price. So again, I have 1 here and 0.08. So I have 10.368 is equal to 1.08, right? 1 plus 0.08 is just 1.08. Purchasing price. It's multiplying, so opposite, divide. It's a comma, by the way. And you get the purchase price to be $9,600. So I would say purchase price is $9,600. Your homework, no, it's not a worksheet, sorry, it's on page 404. You're going to do the practice problem 1 through 3 and then 6 more of your choice. Good luck, guys.